Good afternoon once again. You must have had a good lunch because I see the energy level is low. That's what normally happens when you've really had a good meal. I want to once again thank you. We come to the end of the session, but perhaps I need to say the following. I'm going to start thanking the organizers of this session, Marianne and your team, NPA colleagues, Botswana colleagues, thank you very much. And I want to take it that while this may well be the end of this session, it's actually the beginning of another journey that we must start undertaking. Today. And the theme taking the proceeds of crime in Africa. This afternoon, as Lesotho, how do we then contribute to take the proceeds out of Africa, starting with Lesotho? I must indicate that I was pleasantly surprised. I did not know whether it was a coincidence. You guys arrived we started on Monday. More or less on the same day, a payment in the amount of 3.9 million came into our coffers. It was a joint collaboration with the police, with the accountant general, and all the local agencies. In essence, it was a DCEO fair. It would appear that we came at the opportune moment. I don't know whether there was a bit of planning behind that, but I think it is quite important to mention the coincidence. It is precisely because of this collaboration that signifies the return of the assets that we're trying to foster and push. The refugee Malibela, our counterparts gave us Malibela. Now, I know when you hear, when you pursue, you start a new journey, and back on a new journey, you're saying it's quite daunting. I know nothing about asset recovery. From the feedback I got from the colleagues, I'm quite encouraged by the eagerness to learn and the commitment to take this further. Therefore, there's more that needs to come so that we can continue benefiting from this collaboration. Now, very soon we are going to have to roll up our sleeves to also assist our member states to ensure that not only are we going to be comfortable from the receiving end and benefit from the assistance, we are going to have to assist. Now, you're probably saying, well, where do we start? We know nothing about this. Well, let me tell you a story about our brothers from Botswana. I was still in the NPA when they came in. They were in the process of establishing their anti-corruption and asset recovery. They were on a study visit. And we spent a fair amount of time trying to say, okay, how do we assist in establishing the asset recovery, including asset management? Having benefited from, with the benefit of hindsight, we give them the advice to say, well, you must put a Rolls Royce of a machinery for asset recovery. Today, Botswana has one of the best asset recovery and asset management mechanism. Very soon we'll be going to Botswana on a study tour to learn from them. South Africa. We now have to go there and learn to say, well, it is working, it's actually one of the best. Not only in SADC, in Africa, how it has been positioned. They have their own receivers, independent, who's able to effectively manage the assets. May as time when we realize the importance of having a proper proper structures that will ensure that we account for every property or asset that we take. So the learning is therefore not a one-way thing. As you sit there, you have the best opportunity, because you are right at the start, to develop even more creative ways than those that we perceive to be more knowledgeable, more established, and all that. So do not limit yourselves in terms of thinking, finding creative ways of doing things. I've already engaged with the very same team that's here, and I'm saying I hope it is not the last time. On a lighter note, I'm glad that Advocate Jagabula said that, look, very beautiful people in Lesotho. Of course, we pride ourselves. We've given you a reason to come back and visit again. But more importantly, to continue imparting your knowledge and expertise. The immediate exercise that we are going to undertake with our asset recovery team is to take the actual cases we have and sit with them and start drafting. The reality is that until and unless you start doing the work and putting this into practice, you'll never learn. And I'm going to say, don't be afraid to make mistakes. When we started asset recovery how many years back, I can't remember. The law was fairly new. We went and we met with a fair amount of challenges. Today we take assets and then our opponents will go to court and challenge us on a loophole that we did not foresee. And then we will be forced to bring the assets back. Our boss at the time was Advocate Villos. We were commonly known and referred to, and people mocked us to say, this is release recoveries and returns. In time, we were able to actually persuade our courts through proper case selection, and we established good jurisprudence, and there were asset recovery was formalized in South Africa. So likewise, this sounds like rocket science. You start with the first case, you learn from the mistakes, in time you'll actually get there. I'm aware that we have present with us our counterparts from the police. Again, this talks about the much needed collaboration. How do we work asset recovery in Lesotho in the future? We should be talking about the collective willpower to investigate, identify, attach, and recover the process of crime. We also then need to capacitate ourselves to be in a position to say, well, there's a request from Botswana, there's a request from Tanzania or whatever. There's a case that involves assets that were transferred in our jurisdiction. We must realize that we are duty bound to roll our sleeves to make sure that we make our jurisdiction or our country a very hard and difficult place to steal and hide assets. There's no hiding place for process of crime in our country. That should be our motto. Marianne mentioned the importance perhaps of the prosecutor placement program. I often make the point that as we sit in these workshops, trying to figure out how are we going to do our work, your criminals are sitting elsewhere planning likewise to say, well, they could be all over the show. Just imagine a criminal syndicate sitting abroad saying, well, I want to go and invest in crime in Africa. And they target the SADC region. They go through the same analysis that you make when you do your case assessment. The first question will be, well, what are the chances that if I go to Lesotho, invest in a criminal enterprise, what are the chances that my activities will be detected by law enforcement? If they are detected, what are the chances that they'll be investigated? If they are investigated, what are the chances that I'll be prosecuted? What are the chances that my assets, which is the most important thing, will be attached? It's a business analysis that they make to assess the entire value chain. If the assessment is that, well, there's a good chance that, the good odd chance that if I set up my activities there, it will be detected, but there's more important the good chance that I'll be able to buy the docket from either the investigating officer or from the prosecutor. They'll be here. Look, there's just no way that I'm going to go through the entire value chain and pay my way. Then they say, no, I'm not going to go to Lesotho. It is therefore in our interest to ensure that for the same reason that they will not set up shop here, they will not go to South Africa, they will not go to Swaziland, they will not go to Botswana, they will not go to Malawi or elsewhere. Let them go to other jurisdictions. Hopefully they'll get detected. That is the basis upon which we are fostering this much needed collaboration. Kibatla, at that moment to say once again, thank you very much, especially to those that participated. I know you took your time from your otherwise very, very hectic work commitments to come and sit here. We often take that for granted, but I really appreciate the fact that you came in here. That on its own demonstrates the much needed personal commitment. Now, Ndadeti really made the point that, well, thank you, Marianne. We hope that there will be more training sessions. Well, I want to say the following. Thank you, Marianne. We certainly are going to display in terms of the results that we see from the training. More freezing orders, more confiscation orders, more money coming into the fiscus. So, not only is it important that we go on a continuous training journey, but the results must start showing. And I'm sure that will also give you the much needed comfort to say, well, it is money well invested. So, with those short words, I want to really thank you very much. And those that are traveling, please travel safe, travel well, and we hope to see you soon. Kama to ensure that we take the process out of crime. Thank you very much.
DG of the DCEO, Advocate Molelle, colleagues, and everyone who's here, officials from the UN. Right now, on behalf of the APA, as well as the Asset Forfeiture Unit South Africa, I rise to express our heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation to the Lesotho government and officials for the warm welcome that we have been received in this country. I'd like to say that we were well received. We were given everything that we needed to make this seminar a success. You have shown us generosity of the spirit, and indeed we confirm that this seminar was a success because nothing untoward was reported or happened or took place. We are hoping that the skills that have been imparted here will be useful and valuable to those who attended this seminar. And we would like to say that we are available to be contacted for any further interaction on issues that have been discussed here. We again see that there are officials from the government. Advocate Molelle is again here. And for us, that depicts dedication and commitment to the fight against crime and ills of the society. Advocate Molelle, we from South Africa, we are convinced that this new cadres of recruits will make Lesotho proud. With you at the helm, we are certain of that, for you have made an indelible mark in South Africa. And because we have been made to feel at home here, we feel that Lesotho is now our other home. And for myself, I think definitely I will come back here, because we've seen beautiful people with generosity of the spirit. We once again would like to thank the UNODC for making this seminar a success. We also would like to thank our ARINSA people who have also organized and made sure that we meet here. Thank you, delegates who are here, who have made this gathering a success. I also express my sincere thanks to my colleagues as well, who have been here and made sure that everything has happened. I thank everyone who has made this a success. I thank you very much.
Honorable Director General of the Directorate of Economic Offences, Advocate Knorx Molelle. Distinguished colleagues in attendance, ladies and gentlemen. As the Investigator and Prosecutor Placement Program workshops draw to a close, I stand before you on behalf of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime to express profound gratitude and appreciation for the active participation and commitment demonstrated over the past few days. The time together here in Maseru has been filled with insightful discussions, collaborative learning, and the exchange of invaluable knowledge and experiences. Heartfelt thanks are extended to the esteemed partners at the National Prosecuting Authority of South Africa, who together with UNODC have established these trainings. Your expertise and dedication have been instrumental in the success of these workshops. Please, could we give a round of applause to our learned trainers, Advocate Bongani Jakavula, Advocate Nicholas Van Zyl, Advocate Odi Murada, and Lucky I'm not going to try to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. To the government of the Kingdom of Lesotho, your support and collaboration has been invaluable. As I stated in my opening speech to these trainings, our partnership with Lesotho is very important to us. You have been strong supporters to ARINSA for many years and actively assisted in organizing this event. Your partnership and support to ARINSA has been greatly appreciated, and we look forward to continuing to engage with you on asset recovery issues. In this regard, I would also like to extend a special thank you to our organizer on the Lesotho side, Mr. Thabiso Tibeli. Thank you for your continued cooperation and your continued assistance in making events like this possible. Could I please also have a round of applause for Mr. To all the participants, your engagement and enthusiasm has been commendable. The success of these workshops is a testament to your dedication to professional growth and unwavering commitment to combating crime and illicit financial flows. I am sure that the insights shared and the networks formed here will undoubtedly strengthen collective efforts moving forward. As the event concludes, our hope is that you take these insights to your respective organizations and continue to apply them in your daily work, fostering a culture of accountability, transparency, and justice. Lastly, please allow me to again reiterate UNODC's commitment to supporting Lesotho and Botswana in your endeavors. UNODC will continue to stand by you, offering you resources, expertise, and partnership as we strive together toward a safer, more just world. Thank you once again for your participation, contributions, and dedications. I wish you all a safe travels, and we look forward to seeing the positive impacts of these workshops in the months and years to come. Thank you.